We've got another round starting on the 13th, and we've got applicants from Western Australia, Northern Territory, Victoria, I think from Tasmania. We might have a couple, New South Wales and Queensland.
And what does being a successful applicant get you?
It gets you a start into a career pathway. So there's a pre-employment stage. I make it quite clear to everybody from the word go, there's no guarantee of employment. But if you've got the heart, we've got the desire to get you there. I say people must be keen. We don't need any experience, and they have to be 1,000% honest.
What kind of work do they do?
We're really targeting people getting on to mixed farming organisations or beef. That's probably our two things that we've really worked on. You know, I start them with horses. They have a chance to start with that. A lot of people don't like horses if they don't want to. You know, there's a lot of places that muster just solely on motorbikes, but there's a screaming need for energetic, honest, thinking people who can ride a horse. Screaming need for that.
How did you get started in this business?
I started off in 2009, and I was doing trade level training for people in automotive and engineering. But I could really see, that was in Gympie, I could really see that the need for trade level training was dropping because industry was slowing down. I had a meeting with a bloke named Kieran Smith. He had Smith & Sons, they used to make trucks in Gympie, trying to get some jobs for my people, and he said, no, I don't want anyone just coming and have done a course. I need people that have got 2 years working history. Okay, so I really thought about it. Where can I put people into work for 2 years? And the light came on, agriculture. So I had a strong background in agriculture, and we started exploring that. When we first started, I was just putting people into jobs, but I couldn't provide the support needed to make that a sustainable pathway. I had no strings to pull, so I needed to have that control once people were in jobs. So in a trial, we partnered with an organisation and we placed trainees with them. But they were very structured, as is a lot of big places, very structured in how they were, and they didn't have the flexibility we needed to be able to adjust to look after people in a rural environment. One thing was, I had boys that weren't getting paid. And I would ring up and say, well, hang on, he hadn't been paid, what's going on? We haven't got his timesheet. Well, mate, he's out in the scrub. What does he do? Fax it into a tree? What can you do? You know, just tell him to do it on his phone. There's no phone service. So we grew into that role of being the legal employer, so we could look after people once they were placed, and we could make sure they were paid and make sure, yeah.
What's your success rate like? Do many of them go on to have those careers?
Yeah, I've got our people out between Mount Isa and Boulia. So at the moment, we've got, as of Monday, we'll have 4 people on the ground there, and 2 of those boys have finished with us and work directly for the property owner, and he's looking at them in long-term propositions of being supervisors and managing properties. I've got boys have gone on to, I'm saying boys, that there is girls, boys that have gone on to jobs into mining. Ag is just such an incredible platform to launch a range of careers, and one of my jobs at the start is to find the on switch, get the look in their eyes, what makes them dribble, what's going to be the passion that gets them through the tough bits that are ahead. And a lot of times, people who have never had a job don't really know what they want to do, and that's a fantastic thing with agriculture, because they can go out, they can be, slaughtering a beast, welding up a broken thing, fixing a tractor, riding a horse, chasing cows, using a chainsaw, just such a range of things to do what I call explore their passions, and come back to me and say, wow, I love that. Okay, so then I've got a kid who's been commercially viable for us for 2 years, and when he starts to talk about welding, his eyes light up. Wow, I'll find them a job, get them into a trade.
Do you think this is the kind of model that can help deal with labour shortages on farms, but also start to upskill some unemployed people into ag careers?
Absolutely, that's why we're doing it. There's a lot of challenges. It is very hard for people to come to our course from afar. They've got to stay here. They've got to get transport. There's a lot of costs, and there's not much support for them with that. I can train people to be diesel fitters or boiler makers, and that would be a lot easier for us, a lot cheaper for us. But the fact is, I'm not going to get them into a job doing that. So I've got to train them to agriculture. And it's not just the range of skills. People need to be good at it. It's not just a matter of having driven a tractor a few times or having used a welder. They need to be able to make a gate. They need to be able to go and put the slash on slash a paddock. So, our business model, the only way we could make it work that I could see to provide the support that was needed afterwards to get people into ag was the way we're doing it now. So it's evolved into what it is.
You talked a bit there about the challenges. You've also talked about the opportunities. Why do you do it?
The feeling when we send kids out, when I see photos come up on Facebook, that never gets old. That's just, wow. I get time to spend quality time with people to make a difference in their life, and that never gets old.